How you doing? I'm Big D. What I want to show you today are going to be something that might help you so you don't get scammed when you're purchasing silver. And it doesn't cost a ton of money to buy a machine or this and that. But this is not 100% foolproof, but it might help you if you're in a pinch. So one of the things you're going to need is something simple as a scale. This one is inexpensive, and you have to have it on a very flat surface to get the most accurate reading. Most importantly, always go when you're going to buy with hopefully, if it's a 1 ounce bar that you're looking for, or a 10 ounce bar, or even a buffalo, buffalo round, something simple. You got to be understanding what you're buying. And now this is a 10 ounce bar, 0.99% silver, and it's a mark, A-MARK. Whatever I'm going for, if I can match up what I have versus what they're selling, manufacturer, type of bar, type of round, etc., I try to bring one that I know has already been checked with these types of things. And also I have someone that has an actual high-end tester, so I know at least what I'm going for. One of the things that you can do is weigh it. Now, if you're going for a troy ounce, a 1 troy ounce equals 31.103 grams. And that's where the scale comes in. And if you want to get even more detailed, some people like to use penny weight. Each troy ounce equals 20 penny weight. And 1 penny weight equals 1.555 grams for 1 gram. 1 penny weight, 1.555 grams. Now, another thing that I do is I use the diameter of the exact type of round or bar, and I do the measurements with a digital caliper. That gives me the dimensions. Unless it's worn, it should be very, very close. Now this, again, is an A-MARK, A-MARK, 10-ounce bar. The second thing is, or another thing, is using a magnet. Now, 0.999%, you may have a little bit of a drag. But if you watch, this is a very strong magnet. I always try to get the strongest that I can possibly find. This is a buffalo round, inexpensive, but if you're just looking for weight, that's perfect. So it has a very slight drag to it with a very strong magnet. I hope that makes sense. But I'm going to show you the same thing on something thicker. Again, this is our A-MARK bar, 10-ounce bar. See if you can see it. It's got a little bit of a drag to it. That is considered normal. Now see how strong this magnet is. This is a pair of scissors. It's got a pretty good pull to it. Oh, okay. Wasn't close enough. So you can see it's a pretty strong magnet. Now this is the description that I have found, and it's comes from Google. Their AI, whatever they're using, Gemini, I think that's pretty sure it's Gemini. A 0.999 fine silver bar should not have any significant attraction to a magnet, as pure silver is not magnetic, while it is diamagnetic and may cause a very slight drag or repulse with a strong magnet. Again, I have a very strong magnet. Any noticeable magnet pole sticking indicating it is likely fake. Usually plated and over iron, nickel, steel. I mean, they come up with all kinds of things. But the weight test, don't forget the weight test. If you have the same diameter, same thickness, and it weighs the same, it is a very good possibility it is real. If it does not have those characteristics, it is most likely not. I hope this helps you, because I'm having a few of you message me and making comments in the comment section of some of the other videos. I got into this making sure that I didn't get scammed, and I used some of the professionals in my area of what I could use to determine if I'm buying something legit or not. Now, if you're talking about jewelry, I've taken a chance on a few pieces when they've been really inexpensive. Now, those pieces had a very slight drag to them as well, or like magnetism, and they are usually sterling silver, so they're not even 0.999 silver. So I expected it. I took the chance because I don't have anything that's that can actually test it. I'm not going to spend, $1,000 on a machine to do that. I don't want to get taken, but I also don't have that kind of money. So in the past, I've taken pieces to different areas that have this type of equipment. And like I said, I've taken what I normally buy are rounds. And I think you can use the same thickness and round of any of the other manufacturers. It doesn't have to be Buffalo to at least satisfy yourself before purchasing. Because if it's the same thickness, same diameter, same weight, it's a good possibility you have a good piece, and you're not going to get scammed. But you never know. It is a crapshoot sometimes when you're someone like me who I don't have what I need to purchase a lot of silver, let alone going to buy a piece of equipment to be sure, even though I'd like to, and I'm sure you'd like to. But I hope this helps you. Now, one of the things that I can give you is if you have, say, you're going after a kilo. Now, the magnet trick has helped a few of my friends not be scammed, because it's a possibility that they're just using steel and putting a small layer of silver over the outside. So if you just use some of the chemicals out there to test, it's going to test the outside and it's going to show good. But again, the weight test, if it was steel with silver over the top, it's going to be very heavy. I think that would give you a good indicator as well. But if I were to buy, say, a kilo or 100 ounce or 1,000 ounce bar, whatever you're looking at, my opinion is I wouldn't buy any of those, because unless it's super cheap. I won't buy those, because what happens if silver goes to $200, $300, $400, maybe even more? Some are speculating $5,000. Some are speculating it could be, we don't know, but it could be $10,000. I heard Bick Swears talk about these things, and it's just mind blowing where he's and how he makes sense of this, that it could be a lot of money. So say that you have a kilo or a 100 ounce bar. You take that 100 ounce bar, where you're not going to go to any place local to try to, even though they're probably going to need it somewhere. Tesla, I'm sure there's someone, different manufacturers, they're going to need it. Where do you take it? Some companies are going to say, just send it in, we'll take care of you. Well, you're going to send that kind of money through the mail? I don't think so. Maybe jump on a plane and go and, have a company evaluate it and give you some money. That might be a possibility. But one of the things you can do, and you have to get the permission of the seller to be able to do this. And I don't know of any that I've ever heard that would allow this. And that would be, you'd have to drill a hole to make sure it is legit. And you have to test the filings that come out. But I hope this helps you, and I hope nobody else gets scammed. This is something that we shouldn't have to be dealing with the technology out there, but without the money to purchase it, it's very difficult. But two pieces of technology that you can probably purchase. This is probably 20-30 bucks. And then a magnet, a neodymium magnet, I believe that's what this is called. Very high powered magnet. These are very inexpensive. These are two pieces of equipment that I use on a regular basis, along with the digital caliper, which I should have brought up here into the studio, but I did not, and I apologize. But you can get a digital caliper at, I don't know if you have a Harbor Freight in your hometown, but they're only like maybe $15. They're very inexpensive, they're very accurate, and you could test one piece to another and have very accurate results. But I want to say thank you for stopping in, and thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. I'm trying to make it to 700 subscribers in a very short period of time. That's my next goal. And if you could help out with that, along with hitting the like button and leaving comments. I like talking to everybody. And you try to have a great rest of your day and have a great rest of your weekend. God bless.